What's going on, guys? Planet4 here to bring you guys a brand new video. Today's video, guys, I'm going to be deck profiling my Blue Eyes deck that I've been working on for a while now. So this is going to be the first update, I guess, that I'm going to be posting for this one. If you guys like it, I'm going to keep trying to post updates while I keep working on it, trying to make it better and the most competitive version I can, as this is my favorite deck. So, you know, I'm always going to try to keep working on it and just make it, you know, as best as I can to compete against this meta, even though this meta is kind of crazy right now with Sprite and Tier and everything going on. But yeah, I do think this deck can compete somewhat, like at a local level. I don't recommend taking this deck to a big event, but if you want to take it, you know, like I said, to locals or something, you can top with it. It's, you know, it can catch people off guard. It's really not as bad as people think. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. So the first three you play is Blue Eyes. You obviously it's a Blue Eyes deck, so you have to play this. You have to play three, in my opinion. Basically, you're just going to be going through it so quick, whether it's either with Melody or sending it off Dictator. So yeah, this card is really good. Jet, best card in the deck. Levy, searched off. I'm forgetting the name right now. The level 8 that you summon off the stone. I'll show you here right now. Abyss Dragon. This card actually has a nice greater effect too, to boost all your guys 1000 by 1000 attack permanently. So this thing can help you push your game. It's actually not bad. It's a really big brick, but when you resolve it, it's very good. You have to play it obviously just to summon off Ancients. Then I play Spirit of White. This one's optional. You don't have to play this card. I play it because this deck can struggle against back row decks, but this card can be a bit of a brick. I mean, most of the deck is a brick, but this card, when it does what it's supposed to, which is banishing the back row, is pretty good. Also has a little neat effect to tag out, which can sometimes help push your game. But yeah, completely optional. I just like it. It fits my playstyle, and I just think this helps against back row decks. I play one alternative. It's crazy how before it used to be the best Blue Eyes card. You used to play 3 back in the day, but now you only really need 1. You could bump it up to 2, but I think 1 is just fine. You can just recycle it with Ancients if you need to. For the eggs, you just play 2 Ancients and then 1 Legend. You don't play 1 of this, even though this one is like the most important, because it's just gonna keep getting your card advantage. And then having 2 of these, the end phase effect is not a hard one to turn, so you can trigger 2 in 1 turn, which is insane. So yeah, I love the stones. Sage, amazing cards. Search Veiler, such as any of the level 1 tuners, so pretty good. Before I get into that engine, let me go here with the Dictators. This card is basically our Magician Souls deck. It's just very good. Well, not as good as Souls, but it has the effect of dump for cost, which is really good. And then the monster effect is really good. Unfortunately, some people think that you can pitch Ancients to summon a Blue Eyes from grave. You cannot. Unfortunately, it says it has to have Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name, and this card does not have Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name. So just be careful with this card. But this card is very good nonetheless. So yeah, this card is just insane. You have to play 3. For the Punk engine, which I think is the best engine right now in Yu-Gi-Oh, this engine just fits so well with this deck. You can go with Chaotic Ruler, mill your stones, get your Blue Eyes in graveyard, you know, and they're all lights, so it's just meshes really well. So yeah, this Punk engine is insane. Also, you gotta play 3 of the Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune gets your bricks out of your hand, so that's why I play 3. I play 1 Ogre to search out Ze Amin. It's also good to get in a Dark Engrave. Just like my list where I top Nats. When I was playing Theron, I wasn't playing Blue Eyes, obviously, but I still have kind of the same theory, I guess, where you know, just the 1 Dark comes up. You know, I just think you should play 1 Ogre. I'm also playing 1 Deer, obviously, and then 2 Ze Amin. So I'm gonna max out on the Foxy Tune because you want to get stuff out of your hand, but the 2 Ze Amin is fine. You just really want to summon off Vitelli. You don't really want to be normal summoning it. You want to normal summon like one of your tuners or your Sage. So yeah. That's it for the Punk engine. For just the other complementary tuners is Jet. Jet's really good. It's part of the combo. So yeah, you have to play this card. Hand traps. I don't really believe in hand traps this deck. You need all the, you know, this deck tends to bricks. You need all the starters you can, but I do play the mandatory Gamma because you are playing E-Telly. And it's fine also because you can added off Chaotic Ruler, which isn't bad, and then you just play the 1 Veiler because, like I said, you can add off Ruler and then Sage and search it. So these are the only hand traps in the deck 4. So this deck is gonna struggle a little bit going second. This deck can break boards, but it struggles because decks nowadays, their boards are just so strong that most of the time, if you don't win the die roll, you know, you're gonna lose if you don't have the side deck in. So game ones, you know, if you don't draw your hand traps here, it's not really looking that good unless you know they brick. But you unfortunately for this deck, you need all the starters you can. Though if you do draw a nice enough hand, you can break boards. I've done it before. So spell cards, called by God card, playing every deck. It's insane. I played 2 bingo. Bingo is actually decent because, as you'll see later, I'm playing a bit of a trap engine. Everybody's playing board breakers, especially Dark Ruler and more. So this deck is super susceptible to Dark Ruler. I see a lot of builds online where they're just ending on like their whole board is just a whole bunch of negates, which is an unbreakable board unless they have Dark Ruler. So you win if they don't have it, but then if they do have Dark Ruler, you lose because you have no follow up, and you know your whole board is just gonna get cleared. So I think with this version I'm playing, it doesn't put up as many negates, but it will be enough to stop your opponent, and also you're gonna have a grind game and you're gonna play around Dark Ruler. This is why I like this version the best. I've been testing this Blue Eyes deck a lot, guys, and I really think this is the best version right now. But I'm gonna keep playtesting, like I said, with it, and just keep bringing you guys updates to see what's better. But right now, I think 2 bingo's fine. You know, one bingo that you chose would you search. It's random, so it's not that good. But you know, I still played it too. Obviously, 3 utility. This card shouldn't be at 3. This card is insane. 3 melody. You're playing just so many level 8s. I mean, you kind of have to play this card. Just a searcher. Galaxy is good. It's good with the combo for the Photon XCs, the rank 8, and also if you mill it, it's really good. Just Al's Mystic Mind. This is just a good card to have one of, to be honest. Ultimate Fusion, really good. Another way to play around Dark Ruler, and this card is just really good. Help you push your game. It also beats trap decks, like I was saying before. This deck is a bad matchup, but if you summon the Tyrant Dragon, I believe it's called, it's unaffected by traps and attacks everything. So that card is just insane. Monster Reborn, this card just, like, I think you have to play. It's just so good. Not only can you revive your level 8s, but you can revive any tuner you need. It's just so situational. And you can also, like, if they have a Baron in their graveyard, you can take their Baron and just Reborn to your field. This card is just insane. And then the worst version, which is Return. Return only summons level 8s or higher. But the thing about Return is, I'm sorry, 8 or higher. This is level 7 or 8. But the good thing about Return is if you mill it off Chaotic Ruler, this card, you'll be able to banish it from grave to protect one of your Blue Eyes or just any dragon, which is really good. This card is just insane. It's kind of like a Balinx. So, I don't know. Most people cut this, but I like it at least at 1. Then the traps, you have the 2 True Lights. This card is basically Eternal Soul, but I like it because you can set the spell and traps directly to your field, so you can set the Ultimate Fusion. It just helps you get a lot of card advantage. And also just to keep reborning Blue Eyes every turn, putting a lot of pressure. You can also return alternative Blue Eyes alternative dragon in your grave if you have it. So, and this card, like I said, just plays on Dark Ruler. That's the most important part of this card. Also, you might think this card is really bad because it nukes your whole field when it dies. But if you summon Azurize says your dragons can be destroyed by card effects. So this is just really good. Also, Jet Dragon says your other cards you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So this is like, honestly, this is not even that big a downside with the cards you have that support this card. So it's like, this card is pretty good. And then the 1 Ultimate Creature Destruction. This card is so good, especially when you mill it off Chaotic Ruler. It's just insane. Like, you're not going to get ulticated through this at all. It turns any of your Blue Eyes. You can turn your Spirit Dragon to, like, it's basically indestructible. They can't battle it because they'll die. They're not going to just be able to destroy it. Like, the only thing to get rid of is a Kaiju. So this card is insane. I love this card. And that's it for the main deck. So let's move on to the extra real quick. For the extra, I play the Blue Eye Spirit. I still think this is one of the best synchros ever made. You know, that's legal right now. This card is so insane. It has 3 like relevant effects. I guess the effect that you can summon 2 or more is not relevant right now. But if you're playing against, for example, a Tri Brigade, for example, it completely kills the revolt. They're not gonna be able to revolt under this thing. It's just really good. And then just being able to tag onto any utility you need, like Moonlight is really good. And then Azurize, like I said before, to protect your board and just put more pressure, reborn your dragons. This card is really good. Sometimes I do miss a second one, but honestly, you can just recycle with a White Stone of Ancients, you know, worst case scenario. For the non-Blue Eyes, you play Chaotic Ruler, obviously, for the Punk Engine. Formula, part of the combo. Baron. And Hot Red. Another card that lets you play around Dark Ruler. So yeah, these are just all important. All the cards that I mentioned so far, I think you have to play. They're all super important. I'm playing Zeus. This I guess could be the flex spot, maybe along with this. The thing is, this I paired Ding with Zeus to out Borla and other problematic stuff. But you know these you could cut them. I'm still testing the extra deck. Hope Harbinger is good. I haven't really summoned it that much. It's not as relevant as it once was, but Ding it is good though. Like I said, how I was problematic stuff. But yeah, I'm testing it so far. I'm liking it, but like you could replace with other stuff if you guys want. This for the Galaxy Cyclone. You could attach, and then it's just a monster negate. It's really good. It doesn't just attach the Galaxy. It also surges at your hand, so this card is just really good. Plays around Nib too. Appaloosa. You're just gonna have a lot of bodies sometimes, so you just make this is really good. And then also if you have Hope, and Appaloosa is so strong because usually what people do, they just start whittling down the Appaloosa negates to make it like 800 or 600 attack, and they try to attack over. But Hope Harbinger says you can detach one to redeclare attack to it, so you can just use all the negates. You're not gonna be able to kill in battle because you're gonna have to kill this first. So these two card combo is really good. And then Anima, I play Link Rebo because it just puts a lot of pressure on the board, steal their stuff. It's also a dark. Link Rebo is a dark too, but yeah, this card is just really good for a Chaotic Ruler. It's just really good. I like it over Link Rebo. Tyrant Dragon for the ultimate creature. Not ultimate creature. I'm sorry, the ultimate fusion. I think this is the best Blue Eyes fusion, and it's pretty generic to what it needs. Fusion materials, and then the Hulk. Hulk is just insane. If Hulk gets banned, when it gets banned, this deck is going to be in a really tough spot. You know, we're going to have to go back to the lab and start seeing what we can cook up. Because Hulk just helps this deck so much. You always go into it. This card is insane. I want to ban, but at the same time, like, this is my favorite deck of all time. So, it's going to hurt when Hulk gets banned. But, that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. If you want me to go more in depth and show you, like, combos, how to play it out, like, my theory behind it, just, like, a really big in-depth video, let me know. Down in the comment section below, and I'll make another video. I did go a little long in this video, but not as long as I wanted to. I always like explaining myself, but I know some people don't really like, you know, videos when they get too long. So I'm gonna leave the deck list down in the description for you guys to have. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see combos and stuff like that. I'm always down to try that, and then I'll try to make updates if you guys like this profile. You know, just to see what's changed and how I can improve this deck. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.